How's it going, everybody?
Hey guys.
Coffee with Keith
and Katie on Public House Media.
Thank you for joining us once again for more coffee. We have our coffee with us. Hope you have your coffee with you. We obviously just went to Starbucks.
Yeah.
However, those of you that know us know that coffee is not our only passion.
No.
Ice cream is also a big passion of ours, but not just ice cream.
Not just ice cream.
Gelato.
Gelato. Which is apparently kind of ice cream,
but not
healthy?
quite. It's healthy ice cream.
Maybe?
Which is what some people call frozen yogurt.
It's delicious. It's far better than froyo. I don't understand why people... I don't get it.
Katie doesn't get froyo.
I don't get it.
It's okay.
Gelato's amazing.
And
Don't
that's
get it.
and that's where we went to a nice little gelato spot that we used to frequent all the time in Chicago. We have lived in two separate locations now in Chicago. We're on our second location. Our first location was in a town called Lincoln Square.
A neighborhood
A
called
neighborhood,
Lincoln Square.
which is right inside Chicago, a couple, really about a mile away from where we live now. But they had a great little gelato spot
Yeah.
in their neighborhood that we used to go to all the time. And we thought to ourselves, we got to go back.
We gotta go back.
So, in our next segment, we will be showing you our old neighborhood, Lincoln Square,
Yeah.
some of the cool places around there, including our favorite gelato spot that we used to go to all the time. So stick around. We will be coming right back for more Coffee with Keith and Katie and gelato.
Yay!
Everybody stick around. We'll be right back. Hey everyone.
Hey guys.
So we are at
Pachugo.
what was it called?
Pachugo.
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 I forgot the name that we were at. Pachugo Gelato here in Lincoln Square. Lincoln Square is the old neighborhood that we lived at in Chicago.
Yeah.
I have some great gelato with me. I got the wild berries, raspberry lemon, and mango. Okay,
I
what
got
does Katie got?
panna cotta, parentheses, wedding cake.
Wedding cake. She's got the
Amazing.
wedding cake. Katie always goes for the cake flavors of ice cream, gelato, everything. You know, you can tell on my lips that the color's making my lips a certain color.
So gelato is, well, I don't know what gelato is. It's healthy ice cream.
Apparently.
It's Italian. I don't know. It's really good.
What is Italian?
I always get mine in a dish because I like the spoon. I like to eat it with the spoon.
It's a little shovel. You can give it a close up there. Little shovel.
Yep. I like eating with the spoon, so I always get it in a dish.
Okay.
Keith thinks he gets more to eat with the cone.
I think I do, because they actually have to pack it down in the cone so it'll stay. I think you get more in the cone.
And you eat the dish that it comes in.
And you eat the cone. And the cone's great. Who doesn't love a waffle?
I don't.
Who doesn't love a waffle cone?
I'm a cake cone person.
Nobody's perfect.
So wonder we've been married this long? That gelato has been part of our relationship since the beginning. One of our
Indeed.
first dates, it was winter at college in Waukesha, and there's this great little gelato place that everyone went to. And it's totally within walking distance. Looking back at it now, having lived here,
Oh, complete walking
totally
distance.
walk there, but you don't walk in Wisconsin, you drive everywhere.
Yep.
So Keith decided he was going to take me out for gelato. Keith didn't have a car at school
Good.
though.
But my friend did. He had a nicer car. It was a Mustang. Nothing super crazy, but it was a Mustang.
A Mustang, we were in college.
Right, it was a nice car. It was a Mustang. It's the nicest car any college student had. So I asked him if I could take his Mustang out to impress my date. He said, sure, why not?
So we got to the car. And
Winter time, of course.
Winter. So they had plowed and the snow had piled up behind the back tires.
Yep.
So Keith got the car started, let me sit inside where it was warm, and started
Shoveled the car out,
shoveling it out.
but it just would not go out. The car would not come out. It was just too slippery. It was stuck in.
Yeah.
So after trying for a while,
Probably like 10 minutes.
we knew the Mustang was not getting out of the parking spot.
And once again, we couldn't walk there. I mean, it was like 10 minutes away. We couldn't walk that. So we decided
Couldn't do
to
it.
take my car, which I must have driven it more recently. So we decided to take my car. For some reason it wasn't snowed in. We drove there, we had gelato.
I paid.
He paid. I drove, he paid. It was amazing. You could park on the street. You could just parallel park. And that was before I knew how to parallel park, so I must have just been able to
Just pulled
drive
right in.
in,
Just drove right in.
that's
It was
how one
Waukesha.
parks
It's not
outside
Chicago. It
Chicago.
was Waukesha. Right.
So, had our gelato. It was amazing. Got back to the car, and my key wouldn't work to unlock the car. I didn't have the button to, unlock it.
It was an old car.
I had to put the key in the thing and turn the thing and unlock it. And it wouldn't turn. And I tried everything I could think of. I actually tried to open the trunk so I could push the back seat down so I could crawl through
Yeah.
and unlock it. But then I remembered my trunk actually didn't do that.
Yep.
And so we did the only thing that could be done in that situation. I called my mom.
Katie called her mom.
I call my mom for everything. If I need directions and I'm driving somewhere, I call mom because she knows where I am and can give me directions. Anyway, so I called my mom. I said, Mom, my key won't work. I don't know what's happening.
It's frozen. The lock was frozen.
And she said, well, it's probably, the key is probably just too cold.
Yeah.
You have to warm it up, you have to blow on it, or do you still have your lighter? I'm like, because I was smoking at the time. I was smoking for a show. Worst decision in the world, but when you're in college, you're a freshman sophomore in college,
Yeah.
and you feel like you really have to be part of it. You have to be that role.
You have to be the
So
character.
naturally, I had to learn to
So
smoke.
she learned to smoke for the role.
Yeah, and so I just
Committed.
happened to have a
She was
lighter.
committed.
Yep, a lighter in my purse. So we did a little lighting on the key, warmed it up, got in.
Sure enough, it
drove
worked
back.
out. But
It was a very exciting time.
Yeah.
It was like 10 and a half years ago. And we still talk.
wow, 10 and a half years ago. But yeah, that was one of our first dates. But anyways, we just wanted to share that story as we are having gelato right now. We realized that one of our first stories together as a couple originated from gelato. Ice cream, gelato, and coffee, that's what we're all about. Again, Katie, where are we at?
We are at Pachugo.
Pachugo.
In Lincoln Square.
All right.
And it's amazing.
Well, we're going to continue to enjoy our gelato. We hope you enjoyed having a little bit of gelato with us for a minute, and we will be back with more Coffee with Keith and Katie.
Bye, guys. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining us at Pachugo for gelato. It was amazing. Hope you had something amazing along with us.
It was very delicious, as you could see. Katie had her cake flavored gelato.
Panna cotta.
I always go with the fruity stuff. So you saw me with my mango and raspberry lemon, and there was another wild berry one in there. But it was delicious. We had a great time. Thank you for joining us there for our last segment. Of course, now, this being the third and final segment of the show, we have to go over how our Packer predictions went from the previous week and give you what we think is going to happen this upcoming week.
So this past week was upsetting for me.
Kind of, yeah.
Once again, I couldn't watch it. I watched Google Update, and then I had to shut it off.
The Packers, they looked great to begin with. They had a number of opportunities to put the game away, but they just weren't able to do that. That's what happened. Anyways, the Packers and the Vikings, they came away with a tie. 29-29 was the final score. Katie predicted that the Packers would win 21-17.
So I knew it would be close.
Yeah, I predicted the Packers would win 24-21. Now, if you want to get real technical, I won
Yeah, he was closest
because
in the
I was
spread.
closest in the spread. However, I'm going to call this one a tie. I'm going to call this
We
one a tie.
tied.
I'm going to call this one a tie
Packers
between the
tied,
two
so
of us.
we tied.
The Packers tied, so we tied. We both thought the Packers would win. We're going to throw point spread out the window.
Maybe in the future, we could anticipate a tie and say, if there's a tie, then whoever has more rushing yards. Something like that.
Okay.
We could say
Use those as tiebreakers. Use personal stats as tiebreakers.
Why
I
not?
like that. It's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
I have them.
All right, so the Packers tied. We both picked that the Packers would win, so we're gonna call it a draw. I am 1-0-1. Katie is 0-1-1
Yes.
because I won last week. So
Yeah.
moving forward, we have the Packers at Redskins this week.
We're away.
We are away this week. We started the first 2 weeks at home. Now the Packers are away in Washington facing the Redskins. Packers are 1-0-1. The Redskins are 1-1.
So
So-
the Packers have the same record you do.
Of course, because I picked the Packers to win both weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Packers at Redskins.
Who's their quarterback now?
Alex Smith. I knew you were going to ask that. You asked who the Vikings quarterback was
Yeah.
last week. I was going to say Alex Smith is the quarterback
Alright.
for the Redskins. So, Packers Redskins. Alex Smith is the quarterback. Redskins are 1-1. We're playing them in Washington. Katie, what's your prediction?
Well, I don't know who Alex Smith is, so he can't be very good. So, naturally, the Packers are going to win.
Okay.
I'll say it's going to be closer. I am going to say it's going to be low. I'm going to say 14-10 Packers.
14-10 Packers. Okay. It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I'm going to say 28-17 Packers.
Ooh.
I think the Packers get it done.
All right.
They look good against the Vikings at home. They were a bad call on Clay Matthews away from getting the W. Packers win 28-17 against a somewhat weak Redskins team. So,
Now, if there's a tie, if somehow we tie 2 weeks in a row,
okay.
we're going to guess Aaron Rodgers' rushing yards.
Aaron Rodgers rushing yards.
Over or under?
Okay.
I don't know what a number should be, so you go first. Like, is it 50? Is it 300? I don't know.
So she wants me to go first so I can basically give her a good answer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Over under on Aaron Rodgers rushing yards 23. Over or under?
Yards, total rushing yards?
Total rushing yards in the game 23. Over or under?
Over or under?
I'll let you go first.
I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna say over.
Over. He will rush for over 23 yards against the
Over
Redskins.
23 yards.
Okay. I got the under then.
All right.
Okay.
He's gonna rush under 23 yards.
Yeah, that's the tiebreaker.
There it is.
Over or under 23 yards. That's the tiebreaker. Hopefully we don't have to go to that point because it would be shocking
We'll have
if
to
they
look.
if they
Has
total
any
if they
team
win
ever
with it.
tied more than once in a season?
Oh yeah, over once in a season. Yeah, 2 games in a
2 games
row.
in a row? Let's look it up.
I'm not sure.
We'll put it in the
We'll
credits.
have to look it up. We'll put it in the credits. And hey, we will see you for more Coffee with Keith and Katie next week to see who won our little wager here. And you'll see some highlights from my time on the road in Tennessee. So, make sure not to miss that for next week's show. Join us again for more coffee. We won't do gelato, but as always, we'll have more coffee. So, everyone have a great week, and we will see you next week, same time, same place, 9 a.m. Sundays on Public House Media. Everyone take care, and we will see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.